the end of Metal Gear Solid 2, you finally meet the group behind the events of the game, the Patriot AI. Their existence is a mysterious force on the entire planet. You never truly interact with them until the end, despite their deception of you and manipulation of every event in the game. The Patriots, their creators, are an international group intent on ridding the world of war via societal control and manipulation, uniting the world under one banner. The events of the game serve to test the theories that they have on how they can achieve this goal by forcing one unlucky guinea pig, Raiden, the main character, to undergo the events of the Big Shell incident, which is what the game is called in canon, in which a group of terrorists hijack an oil platform serving as a cleanup facility, which is actually a secret weapons platform dedicated to next-generation war machines. The whole point of this exercise is to establish whether or not they can truly change and control someone via Raiden's experiences. Encyclopedia Britannica defines authoritarianism as the principle of blind submission to authority as opposed to individual freedom of thought and action. Specifically in government, authoritarianism denotes any political system that concentrates the power in the hands of a leader or a small elite that is not constitutionally responsible to the body of the people. This obviously connects to the Patriots, as they are a small group of elites that are not constitutionally responsible to the body of the people. Typically, they act from the shadows, so while they may not be a public authoritarian governmental form, they're still authoritarian in nature. Now that we've defined what authoritarianism is, I believe it's a good time to introduce one of my main points, the idea of a society as a living organism. Now, it doesn't go 100%, but if you think of it like each human being represents a single cell and they all work as a cohesive whole, whether they do it in a beneficial or a negative way, they still affect everyone around them. So no matter how, if a cell has issues, it affects those around it. The reason I bring this up is one of the things that's important is the idea of the immune system. The immune system seeks out and destroys toxic and harmful substances to the body, typically viruses or germs. In this case, the immune system represents the authoritarian regime's attempts to eliminate dissidents. And that's one of the big things that happens in this game. That's why the main character Raiden was chosen for the program. It's also because they wanted to eliminate Solid Snake, one of the biggest threats to their domination, simply because he understands what they're doing. This isn't an uncommon occurrence in real-world situations either. Many authoritarian groups will seek out and eliminate any dissidents. Khmer Rouge eliminated most of the academics of their country, as well as the doctors. Stalin did a similar thing as well, and also jailed people who disagreed with him afterwards, regardless of how correct their disagreements were. What further connects the Patriots AI to real-world authoritarian groups is the idea that a lot of them test out their ideas before they truly rise to power, and it's not always identifiable when they're testing them out. They're poking, they're prodding at the public consciousness to figure out exactly what they want and how to convince them to join their side. It's a radicalization process that takes time. You have to bring people in slowly, otherwise they might notice something is up. And this concept of testing out your ideas before you can truly attempt your rise to power is what the S3 program is all about. It's a proof of concept. It's showing the Patriots and the Patriot AI that they can truly control people on a person-by-person basis, which will give them information and data that they need to enact this on a much larger scale. It represents their final test. It's what pushes them to be able to have a chance of world domination and world control. Despite its more absurd plot points, Metal Gear Solid 2 still acts as a pretty good way to see an authoritarian government within a virtual world, and it gives you a nice insight into what it does. And additionally, it can actually help you figure out what truly is an authoritarian regime and how to react appropriately to it. I hope you learned something from this, and thank you for watching.